I see myself as a storyteller because I like to share the story of my life or life lesson through my creation. So, what is the art of layering? The art of layering is a way of build things up gradually, either to make certain highlight or certain color or specific things pop up, and to give an illusion of depth, bringing 2D to 3D. Then, how did it start? I picked up the paper cutting skill when I worked as an artist assistant, and I fell in love with it. I started from cutting the simple cutting, like as you can see, um, and this is where I play with putting more background, like background, just to make the color actually pop up and the word pop up actually. And then this one also, just like in the beginning, it's just like one layer, and then I started to play around with more layers. This is where I try to give more, like play with more colors and like try to see what I can do and like make things pop up. And then I like this as well to make things pop up as well. And then I started to play with depth, giving the depth for the artwork. And then as I as I play around with layering, I think I grow the concept of the artwork as well. Therefore, I use lettering to fit the art of the layering to fit into my own artwork. So, like for this example, uh, it felt like you're going depth, and then suddenly you find like some treasure where you can see the word there about the warriors. So basically the idea is like don't give up, and like you just like can basically you will find something in the end when you're just like keep going. And this is more of the picture. As you can see, this is actually a video, but I think it didn't work maybe because it's PDF. What I meant of the layering for this part, and this is the picture of like how I cut off all the word here, and this is also another the last artwork before I did the Grateful exhibition. This is another layering. I'm not sure if you can see actually in the photo how the layering artwork is. Can okay. So yeah, the this is more of so this is the Grateful exhibition. Let me give a brief story of like how it started with this Grateful exhibition. So when Dorothy first sending me the exhibition form, it was around early or mid of August, and I think we are still in the midst of phase 2 of circuit breaker, and I'm not sure about the rest during this season, but I admit like I was pretty affected, especially in the term of projects and then in my income. So when I saw the word like grateful, I knew a topic that was pretty hard for me to do personally. Don't get me wrong, I'm so grateful that I'm still healthy. My family and friends are all right, are in good condition, and I live in Singapore, and I'm truly grateful for that. But at the same time, I was thinking how to translate the grateful concept into my artwork when I knew was that I didn't want to do something heavy, as like this year is already pretty hard for me or like for others maybe. So I know that I want to do something light, something funny, something uplifting. And I was just drinking through the circuit breaker session, right? Season. Like what's really apparent or what's so different from that normal life. And personally, I found that during circuit breaker, most of the time the road was really, really empty and it was just like really, really quiet. So I thought like, okay, maybe this is something that I could explore. How should I picture this situation? And I was playing around the idea and talking through with my friend about it. She actually gave me the idea of trying using another perspective, especially like if you are the insignificant ones. So therefore, the concept of using the perspective of the small animals during circuit breaker was birthed out. I choose cat as it is quite common. Is a quite common animal that you can find in Singapore, and I always feel that cat always has the attitude of being a king. Cat is like, right? If you own a cat or if you like cat, I'm sure you know like how cats behave. So imagine if we were like the cat and everything around us suddenly like went quiet. You didn't see many people around, and then you can see like the plants and the grass. I don't know around your area, but my area, like all those plants and grass is suddenly just like jungle kind of thing, right? And then so the concept was I wanted to show the cat in the middle of that jungle, acting as if he owned the world, he's the king. That's where I used the art of layering for the jungle. So it was like the cheeky cat, like in the middle of the jungle. And the same concept for the piece. The bird actually is a mina. It's the bird that you can find in Singapore. Also, the noisy bird, like in the morning when you always like hear to wake you up, all right, early in the morning. So that's mina. And then like uh, I'm choosing peace and mina because I thought like it's quite interesting. If you think about it, mina is the most noisy one, the noisy bird, but at the same time you could have peace, right? So it's like you actually still could have peace in the midst of chaos. And there's therefore the color that I'm choosing is also like more like vibrant, more colorful, like it's a bit like full in the sense, like noisy kind of a color. So that's how it came about. How to do it, right? So the preparation basically is like I think about the concept, and then after that, like I write it down about what I want, and sometimes like I sketch it out first, and then like I choose the color theme, and then I purchase the material. So basically, for this particular artwork, because it's jungle and I want to play with the color of green. Originally, this is the paper, like a lot of paper that I bought actually just for this exhibition alone. But the thing is like, although like I prepare like a lot, I cannot use all because when I put them together, actually it didn't match because like I need to choose them like wisely for this particular artwork. When doing the layering, right, you need to choose the the paper like very wisely in the sense that you can't use a very thin one and you can't really use a very thick one. I mean, you can use thick one, but then like if you have like a lot of layers to do, then your hands will be like super like right. I think Judith, I can see like Judith also that well. Yeah, so basically the ideal one is actually to choose like yeah in between, because if you choose too thin, what happened to my artwork is I just realized that actually it's very flappy, and in the end I couldn't make it stand. So what happened is like it's either I need to throw that one to redo the artwork, or I need to get another artwork as a backing. So it's like making it two. So it's like another hard work for that one. This is my tools, my tutorial tools alpha, and then this is the refill. And if you made a mistake, you don't have to worry because sometimes like paper is quite easy to glue. I'm using this memory system Kuretake glue to stick them together. And then like yeah, I'm just using this and pencil. And sometimes I'm using this as well if I need to make the circle like what I show in the previous artwork. And then just a pencil. So I think now we can start to do the demo. This is the paper. So basically for the layering, right? What I did is normally I will prepare first, like I would like to prepare first like what is the sizes. I need to choose the sizes. So basically for me what's easy is like the square, like the square. And then like after I choose the square, I need to decide like how big, how wide is the frame that I would like to do. So when I draw, I need to make sure that I need to be around here. So this is where like it will look like neater basically. So after that I will cut off another layer. This is actually where I can just like as a guide for me, like okay, basically when I draw, I need to make sure like I can draw until like here or until like this. So it's actually up to, if you want to do like, it's really up to you how wide or how big is the frame. So basically I already prepared like a few paper, and then like because the art of the layering is about the depth, right? About the perspective. Sometimes we need also to think about the color. So meaning the one that nearer to you basically are the one that lighter, and then the one that actually like further actually is the darker one, right? So this is how I normally like play or like giving the illusion of the art of the layering. So this is some like basic concept. And then after that, for me personally, I like to draw in the back of it. If I want to draw, I will draw like from the other way around. So this is what I do. And then when you already prepare the concept, the thing with layering is like as much as you prepare the concept, you can only draw when the first layer has been done. So let's say I draw this side, right? I make the decision uh normally like I will start small. So basically I will start from I do another, can you see?
Yes.
Yeah. I will draw another frame so I know like I need to draw about this much. Because as you grow as you do another layer, you will mark another another layer like how far you can draw, how far you can go. So it will like create a very nice layer kind of thing. So this is my first layer. This is gonna be my second layer. And if I have third layer, so this is gonna be my third layer. So I already like plan this is gonna be what happened. So what I do, let's say like I will just draw like a grass. And then like I'm using this. And also one of the I feel like one of the key of the layering is really a sharp knife. Normally what I do is like I will start from the new one, so it will be really really sharp. And also a good lighting also is the key. I personally like the daylight. I don't really like the warm light, because if you don't have light sometimes it's hard to see like what you draw. So it's good to have a really good lighting, as you can see here. And for me sometimes like the pencil can, I don't have to always follow the pencil mark. Sometimes um it's like using your penknife as a tools of drawing. So sometimes although like the pencil mark is like this, then when I do the cutting itself I felt that okay, maybe like the it doesn't look very natural, so I will cut even more, I will give more. Okay, if I already did the first one like this, what is the second one? So the second one, normally I already know I will just still put like this, and then at the same time I will like create more. I will draw like this, so at least I know like how much more that I can draw actually. For this demo, I wouldn't do the complicated one unless anybody want me to do the complicated one. Then I will do the like you know those kind of leaf that's very crazy. Okay, so this is the artwork for the king. I am the king. As you can see, what I did actually is I'm using the styrofoam for the for making the layer. So it's I mean, like, by right, if you go to the framer, they will do a proper one for you. But like, if just for the DIY and for your if you're at home and you just want to take photo of it, it's good to have something like this. So it's quite steady. You just like cut off the styrofoam according to the size and make sure like this frame is smaller than the one that you are using. So basically you can hide the styrofoam. So this is what I do. And actually, and also you can play with the thickness of the styrofoam. You can play with that, or sometimes you can even like stack two layer of the styrofoam to make it even like further up for that one. And as for the smaller one, where I need to keep everything in the box. For this smaller one, the piece, right? What I'm using is actually I'm using a very small styrofoam. I cut into like really like tiny bits. Then actually I put in the four corner. By right, I should do the circle, but then like since the circle is quite hard to do for me, so I just found okay, I was just like for the sake of the photo taking, I will just do a very simple one. So this is what I did, and then after that, like I will just like stack them together, and then like as you can see, okay, it's a bit messy. Then, the artwork you can just like paste around the board. Yeah, something like this. So this is my trick to photo taking. And then for this is, let's say like we just did the third layer, right? So basically the third layer you can do as like if you want how deep is your layer is really up to you. And let's say you just want this as your background, also can, or you want to do something around here, you want to like put your lettering or even your calligraphy, why not, like you can try out with whatever things that you want to try. So do you have any question?
Questions? Is there a reason why you don't glue the layers together?
Why I don't glue the layer together? That's a good question. But because for me, I I don't think it's necessary, because I felt that sometimes glue can destroy your artwork in the long run. I mean, like it's also depend what kind of glue that you can use. But I prefer not to glue. And when you actually bring to the framer, right? I think they actually will fit everything together, and you don't have to glue them, and it will be just stick by itself. Yeah, so sometimes the framer can help you to make a box. So basically, you don't have to glue them, because I try not to use glue in the artwork. Sometimes you don't know what the glue might cost you. Sometimes they can have the yellow effect kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
But what about the circle one where how does the framer frame that one then?
Okay, for the circle one, I think it's a very challenging. I haven't brought to the. I mean, I haven't bring to the framer yet. But I was thinking actually like okay, for the circle one, I'm thinking to actually creating the circle one. So as you can see, like it's a very thin one. So I might need to make a very thin circle, something like this, but then like in the circle. But maybe not styrofoam. Maybe other type of like thicker kind of paper, because I think if styrofoam, I'm scared that it will like destroy. Or I haven't tried, but I'm thinking to do the like thick paper for using that for the circle one. Yeah,
So Judith is asking if you don't glue it down, do the layers not separate?
that's a very good question for the circle one.
But what
Yes.
about for the square one, it doesn't fall apart too?
The square one doesn't fall apart too, because as you can see, I make it quite steady. As you can see, like the frame, right, for this thing, actually it holds. So when you put the things here, it's actually it holds. As you can see, it holds. Yeah, normally if like you want to make the frame for this kind of thing, I think normally using the box. What helps is like the artist that I help with, right? Whenever like she glue thing, she will like put the glue, and then she will press about like 3 minutes, and then even after you press the 3 minutes, after everything has been done, uh try to like put something like heavy on top of it, and like just try to press it like for 24 hours, like one whole day. I don't know, maybe whether it helps or not, but I saw like that's what she did, and normally the glue will be really really strong after you did that.
Dora,
Yeah.
do you have any other things that you have done that you can show us?
Uh yes, sure. This is the, I think the other artwork that I show you, right? This is the promise for this one, and then for, so basically for, I think for this one is also like the idea of like, this is a commission work of the, based on the Bible, the Genesis, where is talking about Noah, where God actually bring the rain down, and like there's a flooding and there's a rainbow, right? So basically what I did for the rainbow is, by the back of the I promise, I put another paper that has the rainbow effect, but I think I put separately for the rainbow effect. So in the photo, actually you can't really see, but actually the effect, it should be like a rainbow effect. So instead of like I put the promise, because like the rainbow significant promise in the Bible. So that's what I want to try to achieve. And this is actually a symbol of like a tree, where like everything was destroyed, right? So what's left is only like a branch of the tree. So it's like a perspective of looking up. This is like a perspective of looking up, and this is represent of the so-called like the sky. This is what I did. And this is for the circle. So the circle, I found that it's more challenging, because like you need to be more accurate.
Yeah.
Where about like this one, I mean, you can so-called like save yourself for the square, like it's like quite straightforward. But for the circle, it's like, as you can see, if you sometimes like, no matter how much you try to be accurate, sometimes if move a little bit, it will actually like affect your artwork. You can see the artwork. So for this, it's, I find that it's really more challenging. So for the circle one, what I do is I also need to prepare the frame, same like this one. So I need to know like how big is the artwork, I mean like the circle in the middle, like where's the size. So uh for the next layer, basically I will just draw another circle, and I know that I need to stop until where, or I can cut until where. Normally the further the layer, I found like you can actually go even more. So it's better to actually more, so you can't really see the whole the it's like it doesn't look messy lah, basically. So it's better to, as you go deep, you can go further and further actually for the circle.
Cool.
Yeah. And yeah, for this one, yeah, also you can play with the styrofoam also. So I, for this particular artwork, I really make a very huge like very thick in here. Like the artwork is very thick, because it's very I have like quite a lot of artwork. And then like what helps also, like sometimes you can play with the lighting, because some artwork they use the lighting, right? So what you can do is, do you know like the framer, sometimes they can help you install the lighting. So yeah, so you can ask the framer like if you need the lighting, so they can even like fix that for you. So if you want to have the effect of like, let's say LED light, or like certain color, or even like colorful, you can do. I mean, like LED basically can do anything about it, right? So if you feel like after the layering it's getting like darker, so it's good to have lighting. Like, you know, even if you want to put the LED stripe in the side, that's also possible, or the back is also possible. The framer should know how to do it.
Is there a particular framer that you work with who understands how to do all these things with you? That means you always go to the same person, or
Yes, there's this one guy that I really like to go, because he's very good as well, and sometimes he can solve the problem. Sometimes, like, you can just tell him like what you want to do, and then he will try to think for you. So if you can't come out with your own, because he's like, I think his background is engineering, so I think that helps as well.
is he
Yeah,
local? I mean, you find him here, or where is he
yeah,
found?
he's local.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. No.
The name, I think the name of the company is INDC. INDC. If you ever need contact, you can always like ask me. I can like give you the contact if you ever need his service. I would like to recommend him also. Yeah,
Is
for
it?
that's for lighting. Sorry.
I mean, what are his charges like? Just curious. Is it
For
okay
the
to?
charges is really depend on like first like how big and like what's the material. Normally it's about a few hundred if like you put the lighting, and also like what type of the materials as well, and how
Interesting.
big, right? How big it is as well.
So I'm also curious to know who commissions this kind of work and what do they use it for? Like,
Uh,
I think this one is about the Bible, Noah's Ark. So,
yes, this one commissioned by Bible Study Foundation, because I joined, and like they know that I'm an artist, so they contacted me, and like by right, this artwork should go to overseas actually for the exhibition. They have the leaders meeting and they want to exhibit the artwork, but because yeah, since it's like COVID time, so basically, uh, I can't I can't they can't have the physical meeting, so end up like they just say, okay, you know what, just do the online only.
okay, I
Yeah.
see.
So in the end, like my artwork is now here. I plan to do frame, but I haven't got the time, so I'm thinking to do the framing together with the I am the king and piece as well.
Oh, so nice. Okay, everyone, it's available for purchase, by the way. Everything and the piece. Very nice. Awesome.
Thank you.
Anyone else have questions for Dora? Anything you want her to show you? I think among us there are also other people who do layering, like Lisette is one. I love her
Ah,
work. Yeah. Lisette, you want to show us yours? Do you have something that you can
Yes, yes, of course. Let me bring.
share? That would be great. Oh, two for the price of one. I don't know if you all have seen Lisette's work. It's in the gallery. And she's the one that did the alphabet cuttings. And
ah.
very, very beautiful. And she also did like a video to show how it stacks. Yeah. So let's wait for her to come back.
I
Doris,
saw Judith also, right?
Judith,
Judith also do.
yeah, Judith can show us hers as well. So Dora, how long have you been doing this?
Uh, I work as an artist assistant for years, but I started learn how to do the paper cutting since 2012 actually.
Wow. Okay, I've spotlighted Lisette. She can.
Okay, thank you, Dorothy, for this opportunity.
Let's see, let's
Okay,
see.
I'll show you the book that I have on the
Wow.
exhibition. It was made as part of a course I took with Marina Soria. I don't know if you know her. She's an Argentinian experimental calligrapher. And I took this workshop with her that it's called The Empty Space. So we started analyzing, making a design. We started with calligraphy, and then we started studying the parts that we didn't intervene with calligraphy. So then let me show you. It started as this.
Wow. Ah.
And
Wow,
then,
that's so cool.
yes, Marina's the best. You should Google her. She's Marina Soria. I'll write it in the chat.
Yes, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Marina Soria. Okay, yay. Wow. Okay, cool.
She's an amazing artist.
Okay.
And then we started analyzing different possibilities with the letters, as you can see.
Wow.
We started using colors
Wow.
and experimenting. It was like a month. We had one class per week,
Ooh,
and
amazing.
then I started making this.
Wow, that's really
Very nice.
Yes. And beginning to make abstract things like this. That is from here, you can see.
Nice.
wow.
Beautiful.
This
That's so
we
beautiful.
tried illustration
Oh, so
with
cute.
this, and it all fits.
Yes.
That's nice. I like the color.
It's very
It's
playful.
a beautiful course and a playful one. And then for the final project, I made this, that it's 3 layers, as you can see,
Wow.
3 layers of letters. No, the first one is just these lines, and then the whole alphabet, and the last layer is this.
Is that gilding?
Yes, it's gilding.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Gilding
Wow.
here and in the cover.
So nice. Beautiful.
So do you glue that? Do you glue that for?
Yes, it's glued.
What kind of glue that you use for?
Well, I use how is it called? It's white glue.
Just normal white glue.
We were on lockdown, so I had no materials. I used the glue that you use for school.
The white glue, I
I
guess.
think eventually it will get yellow, I think. But that's what I had to work with. Thank you very much. And I make other things like this. I love working with gilding. So
Wow.
with the same concept, I made this book that is the
Oh.
sea.
Oh.
That's really good. That's really nice.
Oh.
Wow.
So beautiful.
Two little seagulls.
Oh.
Wow.
Judith is asking, do you use gesso for gilding?
No, I use here in Lima we don't get materials for gilding. So when I was last year in the United States, in the craft stores, I bought this, that it's Martha Stewart's gilding glue.
Oh.
And it works fine. I haven't tried gesso,
Okay.
but I see it makes a little, I don't know how you say it.
Like
Yes,
a thickness.
yes, it has a thickness. This one is flat, totally
Oh.
flat.
Okay. But it's beautiful. Oh,
Thank
so
you very much.
thank you for sharing. Beautiful.
Thank you for letting me.
Oh, I love your works. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, Judith is up next. Judith.
Show us your work, Judith.
Yeah, she's saying, wait, she's gonna replace Spotlight. So I'm just gonna spotlight Judith. Oh, this is so fun. I think now we're all gonna like go and buy alpha, cutter blades, and somebody was saying in the earlier course that it's like, oh no, I have to buy this and have to buy. I think it was the flat lay one. They were gonna buy ribbon and stuff and band-aids. Yes. Oh, here it comes.
Wow.
You have to unmute, Judy.
Yeah. So this is the piece I did for the exhibition. So if you want to see the glue, right? What I actually did was actually just very few spots. And what I would do is I'll put the glue spots behind areas that are covered by different layers. So hopefully even if they're yellow, it's not as obvious on the white areas. But the ones in the middle is a bit hard to cover lah. That's the only thing.
Did you frame this yourself?
So this was a frame I bought from Taobao a long while back.
Okay.
And so what I did was I made the work according to the frame.
Oh.
Yeah. Because this particular one, it has 2 slots here. So what I did was I removed the top cover and I just used it as it is. Yeah. So
Judith, actually, if you don't want to use the glue, right, what you can do also actually using acrylic, because acrylic, so if you make the layer, right, the acrylic actually, after you make the frame and everything, they want you can only see your artwork, so but the artwork looks like a 3D kind of feel. So you can check out Donna Ong's artwork. So that's what she did actually. She used acrylic and then she make like a 3D. So the artwork looks like as if like it just extend by itself, but actually it's a layer of acrylic. So it's quite interesting. So you don't have to glue them if you want.
And then acrylic, if you light up the sides, you actually have this very nice effect as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can try acrylic. I think I can imagine your artwork will be really interesting to use that.
Thank you. Yeah. Because I haven't thought of that before. Basically, so far I've only done proper paperwork for about like pieces like this only this year because I had a bit more time to experiment. Before that, it was all very small pieces. So I haven't had the chance to really explore different things yet. Yeah.
I can give you the contact for the acrylic if you want.
Thank you. That'd be great. Yeah.
To be cut by somebody else, is it?
So basically they can cut according to the size that Judith want. So basically if Judith want that kind of acrylic, she can ask to like cut according to the sizes, and the thickness you can play with the thickness also. So ferrite also. So you can actually play with like, it will be create a very interesting layer. Perspective.
Acrylic, right? Do you normally stick something on top of acrylic, or do you use glue, or do you engrave? How?
You can use glue. I mean, like
glue works, right?
Yeah, glue works, but it's not really glue. I forgot what's the name, but it's like the white color that you can find normally in Art Friend. I forgot what's the name. It's something for the painting.
Is it this one?
That one. What is it called?
It's called decoupage finish.
Decoupage finish.
So this is what I use. It's supposed to be acid free. So for paper on paper, I actually use something like that. If it's normal, then sometimes I'll just use the like white glue that, like little glue bottles. Yeah.
I forgot what's the name, but it's like the white and black color is something that you use for painting actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something I forgot what's the name. Let me check later. I get back. Yeah.
PVA. Okay.
Great.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Thanks for sharing, everybody. Binders use PVA, Lisa says. Yes. Yeah. Lisa, do you do as well? Do you do cutting as well?
Are you asking me, Dorothy?
Yes.
What was it? Sorry.
Lisa Tsang from Seattle. She was sharing with Lisa. Hi.
I do, but I don't have it handy. It's downstairs.
This is so fun, guys.
Just love everyone sharing.
Really amazing. Oh, I'm gonna miss everyone when it's done, when we're all done and dusted. Oh, Priyanka, we're gonna miss each other.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to stop the recording now.